We are talking again this morning with Katie Hunhoff. She is with South Dakota Magazine, joining us this morning from Yankton, and we've got a lot of ground to cover. This is the first time, actually, you're saying you've worked with the magazine for 17 years. First time you've ever been on the air.
On TV, yep.
Talk about why you've been, this is 35 years of South Dakota Magazine this year. What is it about the magazine that has someone like you staying there for the long haul? If someone's never picked up an issue, what is it about?
Yep, so the magazine is 35 years old. My dad, Bernie Hunhoff, started the magazine when I was in first grade. But not only because I have a family connection that I'm there, but a lot of our staff members, I feel like we all feel the same way, that we love working for an institution in South Dakota that helps represent who we are as South Dakotans and helps show what a fantastic place we live in. And just South Dakota is kind of a different place, and we'd like to show off what makes it different, what makes it a great place to live, and to inspire pride in our state. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why myself and a lot of our staff members love working there and see it as more than just a job.
Do you have a favorite story you've ever covered?
One of my favorite stories I personally wrote was I covered a photography camp that was on a reservation, and there was a photographer from New York City that came out every summer. She loved South Dakota, loved working with kids on the reservation, and every summer she went out there and she taught them photography classes for a couple months, and the photos they produced were just gorgeous. So that was one of my favorite articles. We got to show off the kids' photography, kind of maybe instill some pride in them for what they do.
You're working on a couple great articles. This is your most recent edition here. I know we've got an image of the cover. And that just came out. It's for July and August.
Yep.
For your next issue, you're working on German Fest coming up in Sioux Falls, famous trees across the state, and one of the last one-room schoolhouses. Well, how do you find your stories?
That's a great question. We have 40,000 readers right now across the state and actually across the world. And so a lot of our best story ideas we get from our readers. So we are kind of a close-knit community. We call it the magazine family. And we get story ideas from people almost every day. So that's one of the most fun aspects of working at the magazine, I would say, is that communication with our readers and ideas that they have. They know South Dakota better than any of us do in the office.
Well, we appreciate what you do for the state, for all your readers. We're excited to have you here this morning. I know there's a lot more that we wanted to get to in terms of even some of the events you wanted to highlight that you do have in there. So we'll post those online after the show, along with links at both to the magazine and the events. Katie, it is great to have you up from Yankton this morning. We look forward to working with you again soon.
Thank you, Carleen.
We'll be right back.